On this week's Hardware Revival, we're going to revive my 14-year-old Weber Genesis gas grill. It's served me well over the years, but every spring I like to clean it up and make sure everything's working okay. A few of the items I'm going to need for the job: grill cleaner, scrubbing pads, rubber gloves, and some good wire brushes. And last but not least, a tub of hot soapy water. The next thing I'm going to do is remove the grates, flavorizer bars, and drip pan. I'm going to set those on newspapers and then we'll spray them with the grill cleaner. I like this product a lot. It's Simple Green Grill Cleaner because it really works. Just remove those grates. They need a little work. Inside a Weber gas grill, they have what are called flavorizer bars. These help diffuse the heat and make it so it's a more even distribution of heat in your grill. But I do like to clean them once a year. So we'll take all those out. Okay, we've got everything laid out there. Now we're just going to give it a coat of the grill cleaner. You can see that looks a lot like oven cleaner. Kind of works the same way. We'll spray it on and then let it sit on for 15 minutes to a half hour. And since it is a Simple Green product, it is a little easier on the environment. Okay, that looks pretty good. They've all got a nice coating on them. So we're just going to let that sit for 15 minutes to a half hour and then we'll come back and test them and see how they look. Now I'm going to clean the inside of the grill. If you'll notice on the inside of the hood here, it looks like peeling paint. It looks like the paint is literally blistering and peeling off the inside of my grill. Believe it or not, that's not paint. It's grease that's built up over time. So again, I'm just going to use my grill cleaner there. And we'll just give that a good coat. And I'll just get the insides of the body of the grill too. Okay, let that work. And then down below here is a drip pan that again you can see has lots of goodies in it from last year. I'm going to dump that into a trash bag. Get as much of that out as we can. And then again, we're just going to use our grill cleaner. Okay, so we're going to let that work its magic, sit for a while. In the meantime, I think I'll run to the hardware store and get my tank filled, pick up some new drip pans, swing by the grocery on the way home, get a couple steaks for dinner, and then we'll put the thing back together. And I'm back from the hardware store and the grocery. These have been sitting a while, so what I'm going to do is test an area. And looks like if it's, look and see if it's ready to go. I'll put my gloves on because this is a pretty dirty job. Okay, using my scrubbing pad, let's test a little area. Ooh, that looks good. These are going to clean up really nicely. Check our grates here. Yeah, that's nice too. They're ready to go. Okay, so now it's just in the water tub and we're just going to clean them all off. The inside of the grill's been sitting for about a half hour now, so it should be ready to clean. We're just going to take a regular putty knife or scraper, and let's just test a part. Yeah, that comes off really great. Again, you might have thought that was peeling paint, but again, it's just grease. Comes right off. Once we scrape the majority of it off, again, we'll just take our scrubber and try and get the rest. Yeah, that cleans up really well. Okay, so the last thing I have to do, we've got all our inside parts scrubbed. We'll have the inside of the grill done. Last thing we have to do is the outside. And once again, I'm going to use my trusty old Simple Green grill cleaner. I'm just going to coat that and then we'll wipe it down. Before I put everything back together, I want to do a couple last things. I'm going to check over the burners and make sure they look okay. So just using a wire stainless steel brush, we're just going to run it along the sides of the burners. And what we're doing there is cleaning out all the little holes that the burners have in them. The burners have little holes all along the sides, and that allows the propane to come through and create the flame. So just run your brush along those. Also run them along the crossover piece to get any grease off of there as well. Another thing I noticed as I was cleaning up the flavorizer bars, this particular one is showing some signs of wear. You can see where it's kind of disintegrating away here. It's not in too bad a shape. It doesn't have holes in it or anything, but I do need to put in my plans for next year that I'm going to need to get a new set of these. Now that everything's all cleaned up, it's time to put it back together. I'm going to start by putting the flavorizer bars back in. Next, I'm going to replace the drip pan. And then for the grates. Now it's time to enjoy. Those look good. So stick with us. We'll have more helpful tips on the next Hardware Revival. Cheers!